And the only way to survive is to give blowjobs.
Ikhandekaphi le blowjob? Ikhandelwa kuphi?
Eh? How? Emaseli. I don't like what you're doing. Stop.
Reject of the society, uyibhantiti, black sheep of the family, abantu bathi delinquent abasakufuni.
Don't do that.
Ngapha iTwitter ikwenze busy black Twitter.
Do you know what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Someone's going to get hurt and that person won't be me.
Into ngicishe ngabhebheka la nje.
I haven't had sex for a year.
Uyivigini
And
manje.
what more
Yes,
do you
sir.
want from me?
Ungayihama ibhali. Phela manje ayi2 ahlangene la. Oka Samson no Delilah.
The intention was not for them to win legally.
Was there a way you avoid the situation? Angithi abanye abantu banokutshela ukuthi hayi vele bengena voice.
Calm down.
But man fika ngada niyazi ukuthi Christmas niyocula happy because vale kunama-band over idunudu.
Bro, like, what's your problem?
If you were to get another chance, yokuthi bathi lento wayenza uyaregreta or not, would you do it again?
Where is this coming from now?
Understand la, ushayitrada ngawe futhi.
But are we not men?
Grace and peace balale emakhaya nababukeli. Thank you so much ukungena futhi nizothamela another episode. I'm just hoping ukuthi because namhlanje I've got a firebrand. Kunento eziningi kuzoba nemiyendozo yogijimisana kuba nethuthuruthu. So esihamba waya but free flow. Kunento ka layout ubani ithi ngimgayimele Thembekile Mkhototo something.
Yes.
So le ndaba bayibiza cancel culture. So where sikhuluma ngeboshwa abantu abake bangena eDanyane abantu bayabhayiziseka and kabhaya people don't understand ukuthi le issue second chance it goes a very long way mara abaningi but no le nto into enga-exist kithi uyangithola. So I know one of our guests vandag in studio umuntu experience the negative positive significant events in his life, so he's here to tell a tale. At least usaphila uzoziringela ukuthi kahle kahle kwenzakalani mzala, because when you disappeared from the shadows asakboni and we don't even know what's up, what's going on. Mara ngicela nje siqale nge-introduction. Give it up for untate Bujy Bikwa.
You know, you could have easily called me Themba because ekhaya bangibiza Themba. Just in case you don't know. Full name's Themba because when my sisters call me, but
Yeah.
so we so true.
Yeah.
How are you?
Awesome, thanks, and how are you?
I'm good, man.
By the
good.
grace, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
No, it's
Tell
only
me,
a pleasure.
agree nje ukuthi usondele yi. Mara ke unga offended because mina ke nginokuyiphambanisa lento le. Angithi futhi on right uMadevan.
Yes.
So ngivele ngiyilande mara ngiyabona ukuthi Korea via Japan. Kuhlangene la. Kuningi.
How so?
Kuningi. Ushayene face ntontoni. Wapita. What's up with that?
You know, sometimes I've always said to my sister, Ngiti, if me personally, if it was a choice
Yeah.
in terms of my sexual orientation,
Yeah.
I would have long wanted to be straight.
Says, how?
Because it's not even a matter of, because I was Zenzi.
Yeah.
It's a whole different, because you know, I'm going to Wimpet, they not, yes, I
Yeah.
want to be with someone. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And I've learned to embrace, there's different shades of me now. You know, I'm a
one.
brand new man
Yeah.
from where I was, you know. Yeah.
Maru sober, subconsciously, you know, multi man, ditegile.
No.
The sexual orientation, I damn.
No, it doesn't. I think
Yeah.
also what tricks most people when they get to know me,
Yeah.
they're like, he is a man.
Yeah. Oh, now the way young akon.
Yeah.
So mara so sekwenziwa yini ke mase senithasisela or senistretch and going in deep. Bese umuntu sekaba soft, ne voice ya change and so
No, it
sekabe njani.
depends. I can also go there. You know, I can be like, you
Yeah.
know, I don't, like
Yeah.
it's. I think it's a character trait. You know,
Yeah,
it has
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do with sexuality. It's just who you are.
Yeah.
And I've learned to ukubheka abantu ungasaboni sexuality anymore and just look at the character, because
Yeah.
that saves me from a lot of problems. You know, because if you're going to look at someone who's, okay, so that's the biggest mistake, because you are missing an opportunity of really seeing the person for who they are. If you're going to look at someone who's, no, she's a woman, she's so beautiful, you're also missing an opportunity to just see the character. So for me, I'm always just like, I am not fooled by the looks, the sexuality, the masculinity. It's just like the character. Umuntu onjani, usdila ngani.
Asijabule ku-vernacular because ngiya-understand uyibize yaqala umlomo gay. So manje mabaqala bathi ubutabane. So lihlala kanjani leka liyalenda or somehow kuba ngathi nobukhokhinyana.
Yazi kusuka ukuthi inkinga ukuthi liphuma kanjani because igama elithi Stabane, it was never igama that meant anything good.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
Igama silujwayele because igama lesintu, but it never meant anything positive. It's a shaming word.
Oh,
You know,
a derogatory term.
It's a derogatory term. Ukuthi yasin awale stabane lezi ayike umuntu athi umuntu athi yazi stabane se like nomuzo na uthi stabane abafanje ngositshuzana nakhule ekhaya bangibiza nasisitshuzana esisibhudli. You know when people say those things and then there's a slang to it and then it goes to stuveve. It's just like wow, you know.
Yeah. But tshela mina ngifuna ukuyilungisa fast because ngiyazi ukuthi lapha kuyashawa kudlalwa. Ngayithola ngitrend abavele bakhathe net layer piece nje lale gama ngelibizile. So ucabanga ukuthi singalithatha silistretch siyoliqhathanisa negama le K word because it's a derogatory term. Kahle i-criminal justice yalicriminalizer lela gama lokuthi you can't. So are you saying we are strictly prohibited? Angithi yafundisa yi amajita edladle. Can someone say that or not?
You know what, like fanjabo unkonko ni stabane, traditionally we don't have a better word of addressing homosexuality. You know, so that's gonna take, I don't know. If there is, please teach me as well so I can start spreading the word. But so far I don't know anything that embraces, you know, gay culture or queer culture. You know, it's always, even though queer, it's also, when you look at the movies back in the days, it was not used on a nice term. You know, it's always exposing, it's shaming. So we don't have anything beautiful to call ourselves, now that I think about it, except for the alphabet gang.
Mara khona izinja mfethu abosomsom ayena ndaba qala yena uyokhuluma ngazo athi ngugogo wazi ziyakhala manje.
And ugogo wethu shem.
Hey, hlongo. Yes, mara kunenyawo yami ke AJ Mathibela Mabode uze ngalo lagama walijika besinokuspana nabo Linda Meketsi yabo sinokuspana abo shakes yabo. So now masiloko seringa le rings ulokuthi man uya duck and dive nini wathi hayi man igama likrend asithi amaTaliban labantu Easterban. So shakes wathi Easterban, at least it sounds.
Yeah, I think we'll take that one. We'll take that one.
Yeah, ningangilwisi ningangishayi. Hey, LGBTQI community plus ntontoni. Hey, ngiyayazi that.
We and I'm saying this out of respect for my community. When we like attacking and we don't like teaching. And that's where our fault is. Because you guys don't know, to be honest, anazi. Because you're not homosexual. You know, you're not gay. So me attacking you is not me helping you. You understand? Sometimes because you're used to it, it's embedded in your language, in the way you treat us. So sometimes it's good for us to just teach. The reason why I joined Podcast and Chill was because of that. To say you can't teach outside of the system. If you want people to understand, you need to teach within. You understand? Because when you want people to understand what homosexuality is, and ukuluma from they don't care. They don't care. They don't even see the human value in you. So the best thing is for you to always be within and be able to teach from that perspective.
Nice. Awungitshela ngale culture yenu eyobugroof yobutoter because bathi ndoda kune energy loaded kabuhlungu and you know abantu abaphila le level iphilayo, they're very intelligent, super intelligent. Ababhaya bakhona baze bathi ngathi nginedlozi nginani, it's because bahlakaniphile. So ngifuna ukunderstand ukuthi the criminal element izalwa yini, because a lot of them and baya excel shem and then zakhona ba on badu.
I will tell you one thing, survival mode. Anyone who has gone through pain and has learned to fend for themselves, the survival mode within the queer community is insane. And I don't know what it's in isibindi. Mabethi sifaka ukenya tawu mascara yithi labo sizayifaka itawu mascara sifake lipstick sifake newiki sidlale nayo, because we've learned to be that brave. Being soft, it does not really, we can look soft. I can have nice brows, you know, I can, but deep down I am hardcore as they come. Actually, rather say some sometimes too, because Delilah is conniving. Well, a bit of the mind of conniving with sometimes we do. Anyway, usually they say fear man, fear
Yeah,
man, or
yeah,
others say fear
yeah,
woman.
yeah.
I always say fear a scorned gay man.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't
Yeah.
don't think they're just handbags, gumantombazana, or in they're just laptops, they're just taking it.
Yeah.
Don't play with anyone who has had to survive
Yeah.
from the day that they were born to when they become an adult. They're still fending and trying to find their position in the community because the level of fighting is different.
Yeah.
You can come in on a soft note. When we black out, it's a total different story because we know it's a do or die.
Yeah. Ngathi demon. Yeah.
You black out.
Yeah. Yes, sis.
You see, I mentioned that, and then what happened?
Yeah. Oh, strong. I'm Superman or She-Man. Hira.
No, man. I think just stay away from using Hira. That's when you guys get into
I know
trouble.
gender,
I
yeah.
know, just let it go. Like
Yeah.
because I think
Yeah.
one thing that frustrates you guys the most is
Yeah.
understanding: are we men? Are we women?
Yeah.
Is the
yeah.
woman trying to be a man? And that's what I went through when I was in
Yeah.
SunCity.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah.
Asingene kuyo straight. Kunalobu habitual. Habitual, it simply means lo muntu repeatedly. You go in and out prison kusedladleni ngaphandle uyavakasha. So this habitual behavior among the community, because before yongena eDanyane phakathi bayangena bayaphuma kwenziwa yini, because and enye into small time ama sentences wakhona 6 months 1 year ngathi basilema abafuna ama 15 20 intahantaha. Le habitual that behavior ibuya from the community.
Themba, you know, when I went to SunCity, right, and I got to spend time with other queer people that were there, it was shocking that all of these crimes were survival. And my cellmate was always in and out, up until bamuphi 4 years. I want to kahle kahle uyathanda ukuhlala la. And because there's a certain level of comfort that they find.
Yeah.
Some of them, not all of them. There's this comfort that they find of being protected, of saying, I'm cute and whatever. I know how to maneuver the prison.
Yeah.
I know that the world is safer for me inside than outside. Because outside, I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Angazi ukuthi umsebenzi ngizowutholaphi, angazi. Like, I don't want to go back to that. But this life, I do understand.
Yeah.
I've got a friend who's Bujy, who I can ask, friend, please send this so much money, or help me here. And it's a survival mentality that they've adjusted to, which is quite scary.
Yeah. So kune-seclusion nyana bayafila sometimes ukuthi no thina because of ubulili bethu nama-choices esiwayenzile abantu basibambe at arm's length. Do they ever get to that level? You feel otherwise?
When you're gay, you're already on arm's length. And it took me a while for me to understand that. Because I always thought I'm famous. I mean, I'm on TV, I'm on radio, and everybody loves me. But when you take that away, and then you have to deal with me, the conversation is different.
Is it?
Because there's nothing more you can offer. Because if you are not on TV, what more do you want from me? If you're not on trending what on in, there's nothing more that you can offer us. So even your sexuality is a burden. So why should we?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't want us to dive in deep kule crime eyenzakele ne. Whether uyile ubuyile wenzeni okubalekile ukuthi nginawe hi. So but I want to get a better understanding ukuthi was there a way yoku-avoida i-situation? Angithi abanye abantu banokutshela ukuthi hayi vele bengana choice la. Le nto ngibambe ku-tight marking ngathi uloyiwe.
There was, now that I think about it, right? I still regret not walking away because I had an opportunity to walk away.
Yeah.
To be honest, I had an opportunity to walk away, even though the words were breaking me and the insults and me trying to save someone from hurting other people, then ended up hurting me.
Yes,
because it started from a simple, no, don't do that, to just something else. Because at the end of the whole thing, when I was crying, right, I was like, call the police. Like, no, we're not calling the police.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. No, this thing needs to be private. I'm like, listen, I think, because I blacked out. Have you ever been so angry? Umuntu akhuluma amagama aqhaqhe, and then mina ngithanda ukuthi uzongiprofita ngefamily yami. It's my family. You don't go there. You don't. And if I didn't give you permission don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing because I was not the only victim that night. So many of us were attacked.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And just trying to play hero backfired. Till today, mina abantu mabelo ngibambi next. I move.
Yeah.
No, rather.
Otherwise, you kill him fair.
Yeah. Because by me stopping that, it's me, because I'm trying to say, no, we can do this better. But it's more like, no, actually, let them see to finish. I went through hell because of this. 2.5 years of my life compromised. So
now iphathe ngifuna ukuya kuyo because omunye umuntu ucanga ukuthi ngoba popular, famous, kuma airwaves ukhona, TV ukhona, so opportunity iyavuleka left and right. But I spoke about cancel culture. So how did this, affect or impact your pocket, Grant?
Let me tell you what happened, right? I wanted to win legally, right?
Yeah.
For me, that was important, and to be found guilty by the state would have made sense.
Yeah.
But I wasn't found guilty. I wasn't even prosecuted. I did not even take a stand to say anything, and the damage or the harm, the intention was not for them to win legally.
Yeah.
It was more of, we can win socially.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because the only way you can destroy any public figure is through social life. You can't destroy me, Ngabo. If you want to destroy anyone who's a public figure, you can for that.
Social.
You start reaching and saying things about them, and that saves, and that makes them look like. And it's worse when it's a chapter to something as big as GBV. When South Africa still doesn't understand that gender-based violence is not straight woman violence. When I was told you are a man, you must fucking take it.
Yes.
You must take it. Stand still. Let me beat you up. You're a man. When my retaliation was that you're a woman, let me no. So do you understand how intense this thing is?
Yeah.
Nikuti, people think gender-based violence is just a man attacking a woman, and to a point whereby social media will run with it. And people that are saying, there's people that are not even present. And the worst part, I said to, when your team called me yesterday, I said, I have learned I now know what it feels like to be a man. Before I didn't. I used to be
literally.
I used to be a gay boy, a gay man who hangs out with girls and who parties with the boys when the girls are there. I've never had to endure a struggle of a heterosexual man. What hurts them, what provokes them, what are their demons. I mean, I saw my father as a monster growing up because he was also very abusive, and for the first time in my life, I dealt with me as a fully functional man.
So manje mabakhuluma ngani bathi manifika ngada niyazi ukuthi Christmas niyocula happy because ngale kunama band over idunudunu. So wena ifikile le ngqondo and also the experiences mawufika la mawulenda because into yokuqala nje babelu bathi ngathi usese-virgin wena bongaphandle mara la ngaphakathi kumele sikuregister sikutanyaze nathi.
I don't think you understand that going to SunCity is not being in a holding cell, right?
Yeah.
So, Maya SunCity, I've seen one of your interviews. So with me, let me explain this. Let me break it down to you. Number one, in my entire life. When the bail was denied, not because there was not enough evidence, proof of address, in everything was there. My citizenship was questioned because I was born in Zimbabwe, and Home Office like, no, he's very legal. And number one, I'm very much, my mom's very much South African.
Did you declare? Did you declare?
Yes, everything. They went through it, I'm just like, but I've been here since 1992. What more can I do now? Anyway, and that happened. So now when they said you're going to SunCity, I blacked out. It's I can't hear what they're saying. They're like, I'm like, sorry, you're going to Johannesburg? I'm like, which Johannesburg? So this is me now. I'm just like, wait. This is just for confirmation of address. It's not because you've been found guilty in anything. And the translator came, uzomele uye at Johannesburg correctional what. I'm just like, and then I'm like, for how many? Like 7 days. I'm like, then I turned, I looked at my sister, and then I am looking at my attorney, Mr. Matley, at that time. I'm just like, what's happening? And something in me was just like, relax. So I go, and then my family is like, so you're going to SunCity? I'm like, okay, cool. And then I start making demands. I need
Tuna.
this, I need that, I need sparkling water. And to be honest with you, the reason why I'm telling you from the beginning of what happened is a part of me was nervous, but I wasn't scared. Ngithe mangene evenini amaphoyisa, and then you know those guys that peep.
Yeah.
You must understand, this is not someone who's just used to going through life as normal. I am a public figure. I'm used to being treated in a certain way. I treat myself in a certain way. That hlale move away van, and I'm just like, is this it? And I am peeping, vula marketing, just to see what's happening on the road. Ngisevenini move angiwan, and I'm a bit shook, man. I'm just like, and I'm thinking, but I was just singing some random songs and move. I don't know why. You know when you're trying, like a bit of, okay, we get to SunCity. And I think that's where the trauma began. When you think that gay guys go there, but you go with Christmas, go Indian. I don't think anyone wants to see themselves as a sex object. You know, I think it's very hard for you to, no matter how uthanda sex kangakanani, and even porn stars, some of them also do claim rape because it's not, you know, it's your body and you need to be in control. So I get there, and then I get out. I was wearing a mask and I was wearing a big fur and I had long braids. So big fur jacket. My nails are black. So I see men bakuqinga amadolo. You know something that you've never experienced before? I see this juvenile on the side, and Baba Shang band in in. I am like, what? I'm like, where am I? And then mang me lapan nami the wing going corner. Yabano to going at Hey. I've got a big fur jacket. I'm wearing this custom made, like not custom made, like the printed battle sneakers with my name on it. You know, and then I've got this braids and I've got these nails, and you know, ngiphethe izara bag. Ngiyasiletho ngiphethe neplastic bangithengele nengubonyana because nakuyagijima ngithi kumele ngiye SunCity. So now I'm standing there, and then this guy says, why did Lisa dintho tse mo? A re ke monna kapa ke mosadi ntwe. A re ke re jwetse ka re dintho tse ha di ekwa, you know. He's just insulting. Hey, he's making jokes. People are laughing. One of the guys, ke Bujy o. And then the guys bakalama flayed. And then I'm just like, what is happening? And now the sneakers have my name on the side. And I'm trying to protect myself. To say like, they mustn't see. And then this guy is saying, no, calm down. But in some mask, I take off my mask, and he's like, oh, and I couldn't be nice to him anymore. I just kept quiet because I realized that if it was any other gay guy, those insults were valid. The treatment was valid. The derogatory terms that he was using. It was if when he saw my face, he even offered me food, bruh. He's like, do you want? I'm like, no, I don't want to eat. You know, I'm annoyed and I'm there, and others are whistling. The boys, Bujy, Bujy, baby. And I'm so confused. And then they're like, you know what? We need to move him to the side. I moved to the side. And one thing that happened that made me realize that prison is not a nice place. You know, it was when they're asking questions, circumcised left, right? You know, those invasive things that they're just being asked. And you're supposed to sit there, and this guy comes to me I don't know what it is. I'm a prison warders and there's something else.
Yeah.
The violent ones.
Yeah. EST.
And then he comes and then he pushes me against the wall. You think that you're special. And if you're special and if you have enough money, you wouldn't be here.
Listen.
And I'm just like, where is this coming from now? Pushes me against the walls and then says to me, Bambi Bonda, shy. I don't know what came into me. And I did exactly what I asked, and then he didn't. Because the lady was like, the reception, the lady was sitting there, was like, wenzani.
Yeah.
Athi no, angithi nimhlalise esitulweni. And from there, I just zoned out. When it comes to gay men, lo baba lo athi kimi, yeah, no, kwamele simfake nabantu abarafinyana. Plus, uyabona ukuthi kudala balambile. They're saying such things. And I'm just like, if you only knew what this man that you have here is a man that can literally, I can break things down.
Yeah.
And then they took me to Amex. And then I got there. Mangifika ku Amex Themba. I walk into a cell. So gay guys are kept in, private cells. When you open the gate,
I'm a single cell. Yeah.
I'm a single cell, So I'm sharing with this other gay guy. And when he sees me, he jumps from bed. I say, oh my God, it's Basha! He's screaming, he's excited.
Oh, shit.
I am tired. I just want to sleep. I just want to cry. I'm just like, I can't believe I got here because of that situation. I don't deserve to be here. I know what happens. And I shouldn't be here. And he's screaming and he's waking up other guys from other cells. Bujy's here. They're like, no, let's hear his voice. I'm like, hi, guys. They're like, yay! Now the whole prison knows that I'm there.
Yeah.
And I am a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, can I just take a bath and sleep? And there's like, no, you can wash in the bucket. It's like you can wash in the bucket. I am like, I am so big. What am I gonna do with this bucket now? And the other gay guys, they're busy. They're calling in. I think now I'm like the queen of the prison because I've got the cigarettes, I've got everything, I've got everything that they need.
Yeah.
And in the morning when they woke us up, well, I slept and actually slept like a baby. There was so much peace. I slept. Next sober. Ngisaphuza nini because ngiphume from Midrand to court, from court to SunCity.
Straight to SunCity.
You understand? So there was no time for you to say, can I please have a bit of tequila?
Mara lo mncamela kusuwakho usually umuntu vele atshela ukuthi le philo le ayihlangane nale ngubo zakhona zihlangahlangene.
Oh no. Because of my family, before I left, they all ran to the mall to buy me things. So they got like a blanket, they got like they went to like a mini shopping spree.
Plug and play mawufika la.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
So Mangfigana got like this my cellmate was very, very nice and very excited and a big fan of my work, And then he says what happened. Then I tell him what happens and who I fought with and why am I here and how it happens. And then he's like, ach, nee, man. I know that girl. And then he tells me his stories with her and stuff. I'm just like, this is not going to end. And then slept, woke up in the morning. When I woke up in the morning, when people think gay guys in prison have it easy, it's a lie. It's a lie. I had it better at some moment for the first 2 days.
Because of the face.
Because of who I was and because of who I am still.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to talk to me. Everybody wanted to touch me.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to say, Nami being Kliznai. Now, here's the thing that happened, right? I'm a huge GBV activist.
Yeah.
So I did, I'm not sure if you followed the Tsegofatso story.
Yeah. Pule.
Tsegofatso Pule. I was part of the people that were saying no bail for Shoba. Guess what happens? I meet Shoba in prison.
Way.
He's making coffee for me.
Hey, son.
This is a
That's
man
hectic, Chief.
that I said no bail to. Bengifake it-tight
Yo.
namateki ngiphethe amabhodi.
Yeah, utakahambe lo.
Ngithi makahambe.
Yes.
Am I not with him?
Yes. So do you think we bonile leya scene? Because usually I think na phone ngara, then you can double check and then ma backtrack kanyana ubona uthi nali cassette mabal rewind bengikhona nangu bekakhona.
He knew.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they saw me on TV and stuff. And because I've known him before through a mutual friend, but we never really connected.
Okay.
But he didn't take it personally.
Oh.
You know, he just made coffee for me. And then he said to me, "You'll be fine." And I'm expecting him to show me flames.
Eish.
Because now prison can happen. I'll tell you one thing. Whatever prison can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
I don't care ucabanga ukuthi wena ujumpa muphi umlilo or ini. Listen, even Mbawula won't save you. It's And now the very same man that I did a whole campaign of, he's now making coffee for me in prison. And then I said to him, "I need a book and a pen." He's like, "Okay, cool, I'll organize it." And then he gets me one, he's sitting there. And I'm just like, God, what are you trying to teach me? Because I cried when I was marching with the Tekhofazo Pule story.
Yeah.
I was hurt.
Yes.
But now I'm no longer different from him.
Yes,
Do you understand? Sisaselini siku-Amex sonke akekho ongcono ukuthi wena uzothi no, but mina mine is GBH when yours is whatever. You know, it's not mani phumile niwothilanga laphana ninonke.
Yeah.
You know?
Tshela mina, what's that moment of truth, that aha moment for you? Ukuthi uhlaphukele niseke sikhamangiso. Sure kwamampela ngiboshiwe. Then accept, because sometimes it's unbelievable until uzophuma.
Let me tell you what happened, right? The silence for me.
Yeah.
And just being able to listen to other people's stories. Because I had a book, right? Because Shoba gave me a book and a pen. So I was always sitting in my corner and writing. So this is the most shocking thing. I was writing, it's almost finished. I started writing a novel.
Yeah.
You know, and then I said to my friend, I wonder what's gay life like, you know, in prison. So this is me.
My experience.
And then my friend is like, "No, friend, you know, you can just go and ask for permission and interview someone, you know, who's gay, who's been in prison and stuff." Was it not me doing my own research now? Because I am now there.
You're living the
I
life
can
now.
see it for what it is, you know. I can see the other gay men striving to make ends meet whereby their families don't care.
Yeah.
And the only way to survive is to give blowjobs. You know? So it's not like they're sitting there like, "Oh, no, they don't want." And for me, I was like, you know what? Can they just have peace? I've got enough cigarettes to even give the whole block.
Ikhandeka phi le blowjob? Ikhandelwa kuphi?
Yeah? How? Emaselini.
Njengoba kule 2 njalo. Angithi
No, but angithi siyaphuma.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you come out angithi ekuseni in
exercise. Yeah.
So whatever. Exercise working frefa nokufrefa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I did? There was something in me, right? Because I was so hurt, but there was this person who was next to me. And I told my sister, and I don't think my sister said, "I think I know." I was like, I don't know who it was, but there was someone whether it was an angel, it was my mother, my father, or my sister that passed on, or my grandmother, or I don't know. But there was that person who just kept on, even when I sleep at night, I could feel that I'm not alone. I could feel a certain presence that was so intense. I'm like, I am not alone. And that person just used to hold me and said, everything's going to be okay. And because I was able to bond with so much silence and being away from everything, I was content with not being seen and not hearing the noise. And coming out for me made me nervous.
Tell me about your faith. Do you think level of spirituality grew because of the eventualities or what happened?
It became intense.
Yeah.
Because what happened that night, there was not a physical attack, it was spiritual warfare. It was, because I remember at some point she kept on saying, "There's a man behind you. This man is scary. There's a man behind you. The man is scary." that man is fucking scary, Bujy. I'm scared. And I'm just looking, I'm like, what are we drinking here? Why are you seeing this man that I'm not seeing? Bruh, like, what's your problem? You know? That man is scary. And I don't understand. And I realized only later that also, as much as what happened to me broke me, I'm dealing with also someone who's totally broken. Who's broken in a sense of which even their spiritual gift does not make sense to them, cannot fathom what's happening or see, or the power that I have is igniting things in you, because I'm purely blessed. I'm extremely talented, and there's nothing I can do with that. It's my gift. You know.
But now, ngibambela usasedanyane phakathi, because mawungena, I think into eba amplified, voice eba amplified kuba issue yale homosexuality, issue ya sex and. So ngoba bona lesikhathi esincane da, at what point la ufike khona wathi no mina angeni la kule nonsense mhlambe because I feel ukuthi labantu ba filthy abanye ba date angithi omunye nomunye umuntu ulibona ngenye indlela yakhe idanyane to say mina phela ngiyaslayer and ngiyi A-lister. So all of a sudden sengihlangahlangane nabantu or uvela wafana na.
No, let me tell you, number one, prison men are gorgeous. Let's start there. Yeah, gorgeous. Like, I was like, Sigu Bilana, guys. You know, they're gorgeous, you know, because they've got enough time to work on their bodies and no frave and abashiswa ilanga. So and the food is steamed, which I did enjoy. And funny enough, I don't know why. The only incident that made me cry was when I was really I became close with certain guys, you know, while I was busy, and they tell me their stories. I'm writing into my, I'm doing my own show. By the way, I'm a producer and a writer, you know, so I'm just like, I'm going to have such a beautiful story when I leave here, you know. I'm writing. And then now my cellmate goes to court. This guy is busy telling a story. He's a nice guy, you know, busy vibe. Themba, I just saw him, because I was sitting inside Kingpin and he was standing by the door. I saw him close the door and then he stood in front of me. And then I'm like, you know, I'm just like, okay, what's happening now? And then he's standing there and then he says, don't pretend as if you don't want it.
Hey!
I stood up and then he says to me, then he opens his zip. Imagine and I'm not talking about a guy who's tiny. I'm talking about his core. And then I looked at him.
Straight, out.
Out. Boot you, proper. Except for my gangster parties. I've got gangster parties, the flamboyant ones. Story for another day. Love them to bits. So now he stands there. And then, what are you doing? I said, no. I mean, we've been spending time together. I know this moment is going to come.
Glorious moment.
And I said, wait, do you know what's going to happen here? Someone is going to get hurt and that person won't be me. Ngeti, you must know, trust and believe. And that person won't be me. I don't like what you're doing. Stop. And then the prison warder came running and then you opened the door. And that's how I survived that. And I realized when women say I've been violated, men don't know what violation is. They only say I've been sexually violated when a gay guy touches them. You know, but when they do it to women, they don't know. For the first time in my life, I knew what it felt like to just be looked at as nothing but umzogudla. And then my cellmate comes back and then I start crying now. And then he's like, what's wrong, B? I'm not going to tell him. Stop saying that. So now I'm all emotional, bruh. It's a good thing I'm telling the story now because I've told so many times and I've healed. You know, it comes from a point of healing, not a point of anger like I was before.
But why were you so violated? Because in prison, vele dumenga later. Azangu ucabanga ukuthi kahlahle expecting ngisensimini. And kuse ocean la kunama fish.
He's a friend of mine. I mean, if we're buddies, I share a bed with straight friends. You know, and if you're straight, you're straight. I've got proper boundaries with people. You know, angizfosti, angsi, amangibona ngithi, conscious those things annoy me. Don't do it to anyone. Don't do it to me. Don't like it's boring. Ibile ya bore.
Yeah.
You know? So as much as if maybe I would stayed long and warmed up to him, would have been a different story.
Yeah.
That was very invasive. And that's the thing. People think that gay guys, because we're hypersexualized, people think that we're fascinated by sex. I haven't had sex for a year now. And I was celebrating with my friends last week. Woohoo!
So we're virgin.
And let me tell you why. There's so much we do for sex. There is so much compromise that comes with sex. People compromise their marriages for sex. People compromise friendship for sex. People compromise their bank balances for sex. And I'm just like, is it really that important? I mean, I survived the year, and let me tell you, at least my hands were there to help.
Only a figure vibe le.
What do you think we are?
Mina understand la. Ushai trata now futhi.
But are we not men?
Oh, no ngithi mawutikila ngithi mele kube khona umunye obeva splanga. Yazi ngikhuluma ama top bottom nani. Hey, la bantu bayafunda la edladleni. Hey, sibagaya izinto manje. Siyabancanywa labantu.
Let me tell you something. The top and bottom scenario, yes, is there, but it really doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And I've learned that sex is sex. It is what it is.
Yeah.
If someone can be masculine and they want to be bottom, and hey, it's your sex, your body, but the only thing, like I said before, I will always question your character.
Yeah.
If you're that controlled by sex, for me, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The reason why I stopped, because I realized that so much we give into sex and we give people space in our lives, a takeaway. Already my career is in tatters. Right. Why do I need another man who's going to come and make it worse instead of being a blessing? They become a curse. Next thing, now he's a grinder king and he's using my name, because that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
He's now using my name to get new people. And I was just like, nigga, don't.
Asingeni kwi-career yakho ngifuna ukuthi si-highlight a little, because someone at home says, hey man, it's for the first time. I mean, sijoyina abantu abasha, community is growing every day. So someone is saying, but who is this king? We see him, iyazincanywa, well articulated, and into yakhe uyabonakala ukuthi isitori sakho uyascan. But now there's someone ofuna understand ukuthi right now kwi-craft yakho espanini sakho, what do you do kahle kahle? Le yathatha uBujy ukuthi aziwe ukuthi nangu uBujy.
So I am, first things first, radio broadcaster. So I did radio when I was with Love Life, studied through Media Training Center. And I came into the industry with YFM. It was my first break, age of 21, Y Academy. And from Y Academy, because I was so unique and I had the audacity to be myself, I was taken straight to a drive time show.
Nice.
At the age of 21. And for me, because, when you're gifted, you're just like, yeah, nice, cute, and to a point that to sit me down, say, you need to change your image. I didn't know what image was. Because I thought there was a cool look. It's a bit corporate, people wearing sneakers. I wouldn't dress like this, I was feeling a tie, ngigaya orange farm batungle. Mutu unyisa ku radio, so I need to sound a certain way, and I was a content producer as well. So that happened. Then I did Denzel Parov, which was a big media breakthrough with SABC One for me. And then after SABC One, then came dialer *1 for 1 star 4 star 2. That was me, one of the biggest ads and one of the biggest blessings in my life. And I moved on to do Culaswode, where I was a presenter with Pumeza. And then the second season I did it alone. And then I became a content producer, because with me, one thing about me, when you work with me, you must know that I've got a brain on my own. So as a presenter, I don't take content and flow with it. I'll be like, this doesn't make sense. And I'll be, and I became that. Nominated for 2 SAFTAs. Yes. And then I went on to being a producer. I started my own production company called Bikwa Productions. After I left YFM, and then I went to Mzansi Magic. Then from Mzansi Magic, my show ended, and then I became a producer with my own production company. I did 3 movies. First one was Pastor Bay with Mamlinda Sabezo, which was I still think it's not. It wasn't Pastor Bay. It was Jealous Makhelwane. Oh my, Jealous Makhelwane was my first movie that I wrote and produced. I was an EP for it. Second one was Pastor Bay, which was featuring Uzweli, and I wrote, also produced, and wrote it with my friend Tsietsi Muledi. Also helped with the writing there a lot. And then the last one was Taxi Queens, which is inspired by my nephews, my nephew and my niece. They're telling me about Taxi Queens. And I remember that I used to hang out with Taxi Queens in high school. So I wrote that one and produced it from Zanzi. And then from there, Metro FM happened in my life, which was something that I've always gunning for. So I also went to Metro. Then from Metro, when I left, then I joined. Oh my God, I did so many things. Like I'm skipping. Ne? I'm trying to.
La kumetro so ibambile straight. No, angithi se reach ceiling. Esikhathi nesibhaya banokubuza ukuthi if you are saying you are a gangster or a gang member, konje
But I
wenzeni?
don't think I reached my ceiling with Metro. To be honest with you, I felt like it was yet to begin.
I'm talking about the validation. You validate space in. So what's isikhathi unokucheck and say okay right ngenzeni umuntu athi ngohosta amasama. It's the biggest achievement, you know. Sometimes we ask good, okay.
I did a red carpet for Summers with Selema Tunzi.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. No, awesomeness. At least man, umuntu seka clear with no askhulumi.
Oh no,
nefana kalo.
Let me tell you why it's so easy for me to say it now, what this situation taught me.
Yeah.
I've always taken most of my achievements as anyone can do it.
Yeah.
I've always seen myself. That's why, and I learned the hard way that common sense is not common.
Yeah.
I became an executive producer without any producing what. I had to sit on YouTube and learn what a beat sheet is. And learn and take my scripts, the people that have hired me, and take those scripts that I have on my email and read again and see how to write a script. And I realized that it's only a few people that think like me.
Yeah.
If you can take a 20-year-old young man from Orange Farm without any TV background, who's just being on TV and seeing the cameras flowing and giving a script, and then for him to execute that level of production at the age of 28. I'm a brilliant person because my situation made me understand that I've always downplayed my success.
I want to touch on your turning point. Where now, we are at mfethu. Gumnyama kuhlwile manje. Things are not happening. You know, wabona mauti, the pen is not whistling. Yenzeka riding. And u realize ukuthi the way abantu ba against wena romthabutene ngakhona engenze iflop. I just want you to paint a clear picture because iboshwa kaningi uyahlala umuntu angene Danyane enza itayela makabuya reject of the society, we-bantiti, black sheep of the family, abantu bathi delinquent abasakufuni. So now we are exposed. Ngapha iTwitter ikwenze busy, black Twitter. Now
it's a question I didn't see those tweets.
Yeah.
I saw a few of them.
Of course, for wena la ukhona kufana nakuqala yonke into the grass was green on the other side. But now ukungena kwakhe eDanyane change intonyana as a few. I just want to talk about that turning point.
Let me tell you what the turning point was. I was rejected a lot. The time when I was in prison, I was supposed to be shooting my new show with Moja Love. I was supposed to start shooting. And it didn't happen. We tried having meetings, but nobody could hear me. I've never been so silenced in my entire life. I am very verbal. I have never had. You got one mouth. Wait, guys, wait. This is what like. Hi. Like, I was so silenced.
Sad, man.
It was shocking that none of these people really think there's something that happened because number one, why is nobody listening to me? Why is everybody choosing the other side? Why is it so easy? You know, what influence, what's happening? You know, like that till today for me, it made me realize, you know, you're as good until people want you. You know, people can replace you anytime.
Yeah.
People can choose that you're wrong and let you go. And that broke me.
Do you blame anyone for the situation?
On my situation?
Yeah.
Blame how?
As in, I regret. And then you are saying...
I regretted throwing that loss.
Yeah.
I could have been better. I regretted even being on that event. But now, because after 3 years, I'm like, that moment gave birth to a new man. I now know what it feels like to be. I know now what it feels like to start from nothing.
Yeah.
When you've had it all. Because I've had so many ups and downs in my life.
Yeah.
But I've never been faced like this one. And I am telling, even my sister said to me when I said I'm coming to Themba, when it's like, oh no, Skip, you must be very careful what you say. Because my sister's like, well, you must be very careful, don't. And she's busy advising me. I'm like, I am not going there to
mention
paint
names,
anyone
ridicule people,
red and ridicule them, because I can easily do that. Listen, I've got a master's in that department that I had to unlearn to say, actually, sometimes people are not really worth it. Especially because if what you did to me, you felt like it was okay, and whoever that helped you contribute to my pain and my downfall felt that it was okay, and God allowed it to happen to teach me a lesson, I'm willing to go through it, and that's what I did. However, with everything when it's said and done, may everything, whatever malicious intent that you had for me, that you went out of your way to compromise yourself, your well-being, to destroy me, may come back to you tenfold, and I'm not taking that back. It has to come back to you. I don't care whether you go through it privately. I don't care whether you go through it through social media. It will. I've invested my prayers, my soul, my ancestors, everything within me says it needs to. And if it was supposed to happen to me and end with me, it's okay. But you will see what God is capable of.
Are we vindicating or building?
No. Let me tell you what I've learned, because going through so much therapy, we like playing, God is going to be in certain things. Into mawitshalile
for
you
tooth.
must not
Eye
tooth
for
for
an
tooth, no, not iPhone. Into mawitshalile nami ngithi ngatshala ngivunile le wena uyitshalile ufuna ukuthi idlobani
sifake under carpet.
No, it will. It has to. Look at TB Joshua, my love, nothing stays. Everything has its own day.
Hey, a story for another day. Angifuna uchawa lizulu. Hey, bakuchaya. Hey, kungcono singakhulumi ngayo is better.
No, but I'm saying
kungcono. It's better.
And one thing that terms that we're not all immune to life, man.
Yeah.
We go through it, we learn through it. And one thing that made me survive, you say my turning point. You must remember, I was not doing any mainstream work. I had Viva Nation Radio that protected me as an online radio station, which I'm so grateful for, that I was working with.
Big up.
And they're like, listen, you're not found guilty. You're still going through a court case. We've heard your story. We understand. Just take a break, and then when you're ready, then come back. And that's what happened. They protected me very much, because radio really saves me. I enjoy being on radio. I find it fun. Because I've got a different way of thinking, If a story like mine had to break, now I'm able to even speak for men. I am more of a man's advocate. Now, I listen to men because women are strong spiritually, men are not. Weak, and men are not doing any efforts to build the strength of becoming better. And that's where my concern is, to say, as a man, how are you fixing yourself spiritually? Like, come on. Certain things are it's a self-inflicted pain. You lack discipline sexually, work on it. You lack discipline with commitment. And if you choose to be those ones, then do it. And don't be ashamed of it, but do not drag someone's child into your mess.
Mara, you are not dilly-dallying. We kuluma with a straight face. You are saying back to the sender. So now, mbuzo balulekile. If you were to get another chance, yokuthi bathi lento wayenza uyaregreta or not, would you do it again?
No, I wouldn't do it again. It's not worth it. No, I wouldn't. I think if I were to do it again, it shows that I don't love myself and I don't value myself, because what I went through was not worth what happened. Because the story, I took the fall. I took it, and like they said, you need to take it in, you're a man. And now it gave birth to a new man. Before my name is Thembinkosi Junior Bikwa, right? And I came into this Bujy Junior. Now I use Thembinkosi more, because that character of who I am now has resurrected. Because I am living a legacy of what Bujy was, but now Bujy is a different man. I think differently, I breathe differently, I do things differently. when drama starts, ngiyibona isasuka.
Uyanukela, yeah.
Ngiyabona maqala kuba hey, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah. Do you think ukuthi ukuboshwa kwakho, was it a curse or a blessing?
Let me say, I was given lemons and I made a lemonade.
Okay.
I was given lemons because for someone to sit there in prison during the whole thing and decide to write and create a whole movie and be able to just find the God in me, and the God in me is my gift.
Yeah.
You know, to silence, because when I came out, I was so annoyed. I was like, can I go back in and just not see anyone? I don't want to answer my phone.
Overwhelmed, yeah.
I'm overwhelmed. The attack is brutal. The Twitter is on fire.
The people, your friends, but because bayasuza la, bayakudunisela abanye.
Mamela. I had friends, right? And I'll say friends that I met through the industry. People that found me as Bujy.
Yeah.
That turned back on me so badly.
Fake or original, according to you? By fake or?
Fake. I'm not talking to them anymore. I'm not, because no, as ne kona ukwate kona
record libe straight.
Guys, sebadala man. It is what it is. You can see what it is. Yeah. Even with me, are you aware that you're the only guy? Actually, it's you and I had something with Nkulego culture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unkuli that I had an interview with.
Yeah.
I was part of Podcast and Chill. I've never had an interview there.
Yeah. Oh.
I was
open up, or we can't chop them a piece.
No, not even, because they said we can't have the story because you're part of the channel, and when you tell a story, it's gonna be like we're favoring you.
Yeah.
There's people that are benefiting from this, and I'm just like, but you can still make it work.
Yeah.
I went to Podcast and Chill when nobody wanted to touch the channel, when the queer cancelled it. Like I'm saying, Gucci, the LGBTQI community at that time felt like you can't go to Podcast and Chill. You can't be part of that. And I'm just like, but the numbers are there and they're real. And for me, going there, I am teaching a different community about us to show Guti, we are not different. It's just that we're just sleeping with the same sex. Otherwise, the same struggles we go through.
Mara solid la machit again. Sol Mac, no, but solid la machit. Bavule opportunities for many of us. You know,
yes.
And manje ama veteran wale struggle lesikuso. Yabona manje wonke umuntu aya much room ama political parties. Wonke umuntu feel ukuthi solid, yabo. So mina I owe it to myself, you know, to say, gents, speak up. And also umuntu makavula umnyango and angekho omunye umuntu okwazi ukuphina umnyango abona italent negift kuwe akuhlalise la. But however, it depends with the opportunity I convert into revenue, because mina when I got there, the first thing is bayakutshela ukuthi oza bakulure awuyamazi ngomeke uzohleka hlekile la aloku athi, hey manje tell me about the heist, uring mawuceda ukuphuma babuye but this one, which one is this one now? And then bayijike dideng. So abanye abantu abayi-understand ukuthi no kula i-drama, because angithi kumele kube ne-backup yakhona. So it's more like kumele le story lesi basi-relieve siphinde futhi basifaka ku-microwave basi-resuscitate over and over again. So ma ungasi umuntu strong angeke uyi-understand the grand dideng.
I think it's not about being strong. For me, it's and I don't like us using being strong for accommodating things that people are doing to you that are wrong. Guys, I'm not strong for social media. I'm not strong for any media personality. I'm not strong. Like, I'm strong for my work because I've got people that I've built, you know, with everything that I've done. So can I not waste my strength on people's feelings, and because on social media and everything, you understand? I've learned to reserve my strength for things that matter, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, as much as people know you've helped me there, I'm one person. I see bullshit. Bullshit is bullshit. Let's not sibatala, guys. I'm turning 36 just now. You know, I'm no longer even gonna compromise me like I'm slightly youth. I've been in the industry since the age of 21.
Yeah.
At the age of 36, do you really think you can come and try to
bullshit,
No, you can't, bruh. You can't. Everything, even when cancel culture happened with me, I still had a job because the job I created for myself. I still went to Soul Cafe every Sunday, where I'm going now, where I host every Sunday, and I'm an R&B and soul DJ. It's things that I created. And it's very few of us that have things that we've created. And when you've been given opportunity for you to enhance the talent, yes. But when it comes to a point where it's no longer comfortable, do not try and protect and just say it for what it is. Go wrong.
It's strong language, man. thank you for the spirit of resilience. Akusibantu ababhaya abanale thick skin. Sometimes thina sigrowing the screen se crocodile. But anyway, sesi rapper, anything, chief, from your heart, because khona abantu abakhona bazoqala manje and say no thina we are rallying behind the other party. And asikho la kwipolitiki ukuthi kumele kuyera abeka abantu aba-childish. Mina ngukaya opportunity anyone ofuna ukuza nayi mic asikhulume. Ngikhuluma ngejele, ngikhuluma ngokuboshwa and open it up, and thank you so much. I'm sure edladleni bafunde a lot, but your parting shot, anything ofuna nje ukuthi disseminate as information edladleni.
I would like us to start having more conversations. I like to talk to men as well, and to the queer community to say, what, we can be better for one another. Not everything needs to be fueled by hate. And it's very important sometimes to just learn to listen, because most people die of depression because nobody's listening. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to be there for them. Let's just find a little bit of kindness. In everything you do. And don't forget to pray.
Yes. But we listen to respond. We don't listen to understand.
Silence taught me a lot.
Over and out. Keep well and stay blessed. See you on the next episode. Salute.